how we're supposed to be fake patriots, and the federal government should be putting a stop to all of us informal people, more or less. At least that was one of the way a sentence was structured in one of the articles in that magazine. And I understand, if there's a lot of coalitions and a lot of people, going against the government down south, they're going to write something like that. But it could be read and interpreted up here differently, different references. So I'm saying to myself, with Joe Pilato video, is doing things like I'm doing right now with, direct camera, just standing in his parlor yelling at the people in the front of him, and he's got a little bit of an audience, from his work. I'm doing the same thing. And, I don't know. Basically, I'm trying to say hello to the world. I'm a lot like everybody else out there. I didn't escape the punishment that I had coming to me, and I don't need my stepfather driving around his Mustang looking for me to fucking catch me do something wrong anymore at 40 years old. Not for nothing, but that's not the life you're supposed to be leading either. You know what I mean? If that's what's going on, because I haven't had two kind words with these people for over 10 years, and I see them daily driving around. That's creepy. I've been living with an unusual situation. I can't stop people if they want to pretend they're in a mob and they have baseball hats and they want to walk around talking to each other. Did you hear what he did? Did you hear what he was saying about you? And that's a great stimulus package in America right now. There ain't no money, but there's a lot of people trying to get together like they're like rats fucking jumping off a sinking ship is what it feels like. I don't give a shit what anybody tells me. I can't understand Wall Street bankers getting huge promotions. I can't understand corporate promotion. I can't understand any of that shit. When everybody's dissecting and disintegrating in families, spouses, kids. Kids don't go out and play. They're getting obese. I got that. I see it in spades, man. This is the peak of my life, and I'm watching America play, and I want to get in on it. I want my share of the pie. I'm of age now. I want to do it legally, and I want to do it ethically. And I support the federal government. That's all I'm basically going to end this conversation with. Look, you guys kept me alive when nobody else would keep me alive. I took the oath when I was inducted into the service at 18 years old to uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States of America, so help me God. Defend it from enemies outside and within. Alright? I never knew I was an American growing up, because I was growing up in a very attempting to be ethnic Italian household. But I gotta tell you, I fought for the privileges of diversity and accepting social issues and perspectives that were very unpopular with my own family and still are. And I lost a lot of people along the way from my own point of view that I was, I used to, as a teenager, I was half Ziggy Stardust myself, you know what I mean? 1986, it was just coming around that, all this weird stuff can happen, gender roles and all these things. I ended up having youthful, question to my whole existence. I'm a byproduct of the 60s kids growing up in the 70s, and there's a lot of traditional American culture stuff that it's Americana, right? But we had to go before the internet was interplaying, and MTV just started on television. It's important. It's important for people to realize that it's no different for any generation, but we were under the shade of the kids of the greatest generation ever, World War II people. We were post-industrial, World War II, throwaway fucking babies from the baby boomers. That's what we were, from the hippies. You understand? That's the Generation X everybody's alluding to. You know what? Right there. See it? Alright? The acid didn't make us mutants because we were alternative viewpoints to fucking traditional establishment, okay? Is that what you wanted to see? That's the only hate I got. It's personal, about personal relationships, not about some abstract terrorist, sick bastard people that I gotta hate humanity. I hate relationships. I hate my role in relationships. I hate what happened. I have no at this point in my time, I have nothing to lose by admitting that I could not ingest the intolerance and the fucked up perspective a lot of people had trying to lord over other people informally outside of the justice system based on personal policy and perceptions and biases. Alright? You know, I had a gay uncle who I loved. He died of AIDS in 92, 91. I don't remember what year it was, 92. You know, I supported radicalism like Larry Kramer, the gay writer, homosexual rights outspoken person. You know, I looked half queer myself as a young guy with my earrings in both ears and, you know, my army boots when I came home. I was grungy before Pearl Jam, got a record contract. You know, in my hometown, I was treated like space cadet. You know, don't talk to him, but he's got good pot. Maybe he'll sell you a joint. You know, it's not water under the bridge, because in fact that's how I view myself still. I still feel, you know, it's perception. 99% of everything's perception. You know, and I'm sick of being treated like I was trying to be. Basically, a lot of people tried to make me think that I was going to have to cross a line so they could arrest me for a number of years of my life, and I guess I got socialized that way. And living on welfare as many years as I have in my years, and living with shady landlords who stole your security deposit, and shitty people, backstabbing people, everybody backstabbing you, living with rats, mice in my house, shitting in my bed with my infant son sleeping in the bed with me, taking the kitchen sink out because you wanted me to move, and leaving it on the kitchen floor in a condemned. You moved me in a condemned building. Remember, I lived in a condemned building, Utica. The city knew it was condemned. Yet there I am on Catholic Charities, living in a condemned building while I'm pursuing custody of my son. Because you wanted to make a, you know, some kind of. Everybody wanted to get a good eyeful of me over years to see what I would jump into and develop into. You know, if I was going to turn gay, or I was going to turn, you know, how much of a drug dealer was I going to become? And, you know, all I did was smoke pot with my uncles, basically. You know, for years back then. I'm sorry it happened that way, Utica. We could have been great. I think we still can. I think it sucks that the radio stations don't play new music more than the fewer, you know, hit lists that they get authorized to play, and that nobody supported a big, you know, effort to push regional music. You know, I've been proponent for that for years and years and years. You know, I've been seeding the, you know, all the local, you know, music people, and, you know, I miss playing. I miss it. I miss the camaraderie and the friendship. You know, that only playing music was able to be for me. You know, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It seems like it's all dead. It's all a bunch of fat, wrinkly guys now, or, you know, people that, you know, we have no chance. And that sucks, because I still got enough teeth to bite somebody in the ass when it comes to, complaining about this shit. You know, I'm just looking for a chance. We live in the shadow of a casino, and nobody wants to. And then casino, nobody puts anything together to promote local music. You guys are assholes. I'm not an Indian, and I'm an Italian guy, and I'm not in the mafia. I'm not connected. I don't have any friends. You know what? You're assholes. You could put my picture up and say, this guy with the